So hello, a very warm welcome to the VAR show, the show which talks about all the various major football leagues detail. Today we are going to continue some of interviews and we have a very special guest all the way from Hyderabad, but right now I think he's in Spain. So we have Mr. Manolo Márquez with us, who is the head coach of Hyderabad FC in the Indian Super League. So without wasting much time, I would like to first ask Manolo, how are you and what have you been doing? Like after the season has been over, and what have you been doing these days?
Yes, good afternoon. Thanks for the chance of this interview with the people from Nepal. No, that I am fine. I think the situation in Spain is every day better. Practically now the people are without mask even in the street. The COVID situation is very good, except in some parts of the country, but very small country, very small part. And for me, I say in every interview I say the same. No, is that the gap between both seasons in ISL is very big, and you have time for all. I spend time with the family, with friends. Even I can go to, for example, to holiday for 2 weeks, or of course watching football, because now there are Euro Cup and Copa America too. For sure, working every day with Hyderabad, not only with the sports director. I am in contact every day with, not every day with all the people, but every day I try to speak with one player, one people from the staff, this kind of things, and ask about how is the situation in India, that now is better, but I think that people are scared about if the third wave arrive or not. But yes, but of course I want to go back to India, because I think that the people who like football is too much time without training sessions, maybe half year. No, this is very bad for us, of course.
Definitely. So, like it has been definitely very difficult for everyone, especially in India of late, and in like Asian region where the COVID situation really got out of hand and kind of is being cut contained, like of late. But we'll move to a more lighter topic, that is football. And I'll ask you, how did you get first? How did you get involved with football in the first place?
How did I get football in general, not in
Yeah,
in
in
India?
general, how did you get into football?
Oh, I think all my life I played football. Even in my family, my uncle played 8 years in La Liga, but a long time ago, of course. I think that my father was a big supporter of a great supporter of Las Palmas, a small team in Spain, but normally they play between La Liga and Second Division, and I played football. I don't remember, but maybe I start with 4 years old, 5 years old, and after this, I think between play and coach, even in one team, I was the coach and player in the same moment during 2 years. I think football is my passion, is my life. Of course, I worked, because in the beginning it was not enough to live only with football. I worked in different places, in different works, but finally I arrived to be a professional coach, not a professional player. I only played, the maximum that I played was 8 years in 3rd division, 8 seasons in 3rd division in Spain. Not a professional player, but finally I train in all the categories in academies with youth players, and after I arrived to all the professional categories, no? And, till even in La Liga, no? and after I train abroad. I think that only I need a national team, and practically I train all the different kind of teams.
Definitely, it's been a very long journey for you, like all the way, So I wanted to ask you, like, like you primarily, like you said, you were in Spain and in European region. How did you come to India? How did Hyderabad happen?
It was very fast. People say that if Albert Roca and myself, if we are, because my second, in Spain there are 2 surnames, and my second surname is Roca, Manuel Márquez Roca, but nothing with Albert in terms of family. But we studied together the license for a coach, and we were in a training camp last summer, and he was the coach of Hyderabad, but in that moment, Football Club Barcelona wanted to sign him because they need a strength and conditioning coach, and Albert Roca worked with Rijkaard. In that moment in Barcelona was Avidal, the sports director, Eric Avidal, that was his player in that moment with Rijkaard. And Avidal called him, and okay, he went to Barcelona. It's a big club, it's a great chance, it's his city. And in that moment, I received the call from Hyderabad, and very close to the start the pre-season, and practically in 2 or 3 video calls we arrive an agreement. This is the real situation. Very not very normal in football, but for me was a great thing, and I am very happy to take the decision to train in India.
Definitely, and of course, everyone liked how you Hyderabad under you performed, in the season, especially how you played and how you set up your team. How was your first season in India? When you look back now, how was your first season?
Was fantastic. I think that it's very difficult that I can speak bad about India. Of course, if I have to say some negative thing, is about that we play in a bubble. No, we played in a bubble, and for sure. But this is in all the world. No, the pandemic is in all the world, and was a bad moment. Was and is in some countries, but my first season was fantastic because the relationship, not only with the players, I think all the club that we are in the hotel, no, all the staff, physios, doctor, masseurs, media, sports director, I don't know, all the staff, and for sure, and of course, all the players. We had a very good relationship. The relationship between foreigners and Indian players was incredible. I think that it was a a very, very good group, maybe the best group that I trained in my life. And of course, if the scores are more or less are okay, you can continue always with a good mood, because it's difficult only hotel training session, training camp, hotel, or hotel stadium to play the game. It was very difficult, this situation, every day the same routine, the same food, but I think that the group was fantastic, and this is one of the reasons that I want to arrive to India as soon as possible, because now it's 2 months and a half to go, but I want to arrive to India soon.
Definitely. And like you said one thing, like where like maybe kind of something, if it was bad, it was the bio bubble, like where you had to stay behind closed doors and same routine, same food, same only training camp, staying in the hotel. I wanted to ask you, like, how much did playing behind closed doors without fans affect you and the team?
Firstly, I have to tell you that for me, football is for the fans. If you play, it's very, I don't know if it's correct, the expression, no, but it's very cold to play without people, no? It's nobody in the stadium. You can listen all the, even the bench of the opponent, they are telling to the players or to the referee or these kind of things, when normally it's impossible. That if there are people in the stands, is impossible that you listen nothing. And for me, football without fans is not the same. I think that we have to recover now. For example, in Spain, we can, or even if you look the Euro games, you can see or you can watch the full stands, and for me, this is all. No, it's very important. The fans is very important, because if you play without people, okay, it's football. You try to win. All the things are the same, but finally, it's like I don't know which example I can put, but I can tell you, but it's not the same. No, it's like I don't know, all the situation, like a theater or a circus without people is really is not, is a nonsense. No, and I think that we need the stadiums with people as soon as possible too.
Definitely. And like, I think that would be a very, very good thing. Like if the situation is right, and if like everything goes well, then probably fans would come back. I think it would also lift the mood among the players. Like I think that way. So I'll ask you, like, another question is that you have very experienced in the sense that you have coached in Spain and other countries, and also I think in Thailand before you came to India. And also now in India, you finished your first season. How different are the cultures of football in these countries?
I think not only in different countries, even in Spain. No, for example, I am from Barcelona and I train in Las Palmas. It's like totally different. Las Palmas is an island close to Africa. The people from there, they speak with another accent. They are like South American people when they speak. It's not the same Spanish than the Spanish of the other parts of Spain. Is an island, all the days 25, 30 degrees, sunny all the day. It's not the same to train there that to train in Barcelona, that sometimes it's raining, sometimes it's very hot, sometimes it's cold. Even the people they are different in every part of the country. And of course, I train in Croatia, another totally different culture, great talent, players, but very strong character. I think every country is different, and I think that one important thing for if you want to be a coach is try to adapt to the country. Not the country has to adapt to you, and or your players have to adapt to you. It's better that, for me, the correct thing is that you have to adapt to the place that where you arrive. No, and of course, Thailand and India, they are Asia for me is very different to our culture in Spain. But there are better things and things that you have to improve in all the countries. In Thailand, for example, I only watched the pre-season, no more. Only 1 month because the president wanted to do the lineups, the substitutions, even the speech in the halftime. And finally, before start the competition, I say maybe you need another coach because I would like to be the coach in this team, and you are the coach. And but in India was totally different. In India, for me, I know it's only 1 year, but for me, it's my second country in this moment because the experience of last season for me was incredible. Maybe because we spoke before, maybe because we were in a special situation, no, in a bubble. But the relationship, for example, with the players is totally different than the relationship in another countries where you have to keep distance with the players. And in India, I think that is totally the opposite. No, I think that this is, for example, the culture. No, there are players that they play better if you are shouting all the time. Not in India, in all the world. And there are players that they need that you speak with him or with them and try to keep calm sometimes because maybe the situation is difficult for every. Okay, finally every player is different, but I think that the situation and the character of the Indian guys, for me, both things were incredible, were fantastic.
Definitely. And I think that it would have been even more special because you all stayed a lot of the time together, like you said, like closed environment and like more interaction with each other.
Exactly.
So I'll move on to another thing that like you are given a lot of credit for, and rightly so. And you have actively given chance to the youth and helped them in their development, at least in the one season that you have been. Is that something you always focus on, or was the circumstances like the talent available that was ready for the next step, so you could give them their chance?
I think that was like a cocktail, no? I think that in the beginning, of course, when Sujay Sharma, the sports director, told me, okay, this is the squad, because when I arrived, practically the squad was finished. Only we need two foreigners. We need it. But when I watched the videos of them, and after, of course, in pre-season, I looked how they train, how they are, the qualities of everyone. Okay, in the beginning, I remember the first 2 games against, because okay, in pre-season, no problem, because all the players, normally you put all the players in the squad. But first game against Odisha, we played with 5 foreigners. Second game without against Bengaluru. In the first half, okay, we had 6 foreigners, but Frank Sandaza was injured from the pre-season. Only 5 in the game against Bengaluru. Luis Sastre and Joel Chianese, the Australian guy, both injured in the first half. And in that moment, and for a long time, for more than 1 month, everyone. And okay, we only had 3 foreigners. In that moment, one good thing that's these 3 foreigners, they play one in every line. And I think this is important too. Odey center back, Joao midfielder, and Aridane center forward, no? One in every line. But then you have two ways. One is, okay, oh, it's a shame, oh, it's a pity, let's see what happened now. Or now is your moment, guys. Now you can show your incredible talent. And in that moment, I think that was incredible how Hitesh, Yasir, Asish, Akash, these guys, no, even at the end, Rohidanu, and of course, experienced players, no, like Hali Narsari, okay, of course, and Sana. I think that they are full of talent. I think that if you play with these guys with long balls and this kind of football is impossible. You have to play with passes, pass, and pass, and I think that they were every game they had more confidence. And for me, one normal player with confidence is better than one very good player without. And I think that they play with a lot of confidence, and I think the foreigners helped them too, and was fantastic. And in fact, at the end of the competition, when Stimach called 6 players to the national team, and Stimach called me that, as is right, he had to go, but he was injured in the, I don't know, maybe in the game 18. Finally, 6 players in the national team was, for me, this is a great success for Hyderabad.
Definitely. And even for you, you have become a fan favorite, with your style and everything. Everyone likes how you play and what your philosophy is, and especially giving the youth the chance. I think that resonates with the fans a lot more than, like maybe buying players more and more. I think that fans like to see, like youths getting chance. I don't know why, but they just like that in everywhere. Even if you see in Barcelona, where you come from, I think they would prefer someone coming down to La Masia, like.
Yeah, but it's not about this, no. I think that when you have very good relationship, it's not only because the coach maybe he knows how to manage the group. Maybe you know how to manage the group, but if the player is not he's not agree with you, or he's not the predisposition is not good. Okay, you can be the best coach in the world, that finally for sure the team doesn't work. But I think that they listen. I say one sentence that I like is from my first training session, I found a group that they want to improve and listen all the things, and for me, okay, I repeat, no, the predisposition is very, very important.
Definitely. So we'll move on to a little bit more, maybe away from this topic, and move towards a little tactical. And like Hyderabad under you predominantly used, I think so, 4-2-3-1 last year, with maybe variations of it. Is it a formation that you are most comfortable, or is it the players that you have, that's why you're going with that formation?
I think both things are correct. I like this formation because more or less the pitch is with I know, sorry, I don't know how to explain in English, but more or less all the pitches with people in every part of the field. But sometimes depends of the qualities of your players. For example, I remember in a team in Spain, for example, we have very good defenders and only fast players in attack, and we play 4-3-3, but like only counter attack practically. We defend very close of our goal, and when we recover the ball or when we regain the ball, of course we practice a very good counter attack. But there are other teams. I played 4-4-2. I played 4-3-3. I played 4-2-3-1. But yes, sometimes it's according to the qualities or the characteristics of your players. But yes, I can tell you that, for example, for me, football are 5 things. No, is defense, attack, transitions, both attack, defense, attack, and set pieces. Then the system. Okay, you have to put more or less that is according to your players, but you have to work. You can play the system that you want. That if the team doesn't know how to do in every situation, is not too much important. If you play with 3 center backs, with 2, or with 7 wingers, is the work that you have to do during the pre-season and season, and then the qualities of your players. And I think that last season, I think that we have a good team to play 4-2-3-1. Yes, even we could play with 3 center backs in some moments, but I think because we had Adil Khan, and Sana and O'Day, we had the very good 3 center backs. But finally, we start with 4-2-3-1, and when if you start in a good way, it's very difficult that you change during the season.
Definitely, and like that's again a very, very like in depth that you have said, and something I resonate is I spent around a year in Barcelona. I wish like I was studying football near MBP. I don't know that you're aware of that. Opposite, it's near Camp Nou, and those are the 5 principles that you said that like people focus on. I don't know whether it's a Barcelona thing or not, but that same 5 principles that you said, like attacking, defending, and 2 transitions, attack, defense, attack, and set pieces. I mean, those are like how you classify football. Even when I was there, I think we were taught to classify it that way. Yeah. So when you said that, I think it rang a bell for me. Like when I was in Barcelona, what I had learned from that. So like
my team, yeah, my team is not Barcelona. I prefer the other team, Espanyol, that I worked.
So, I've been there too. Like I think I went to watch one match, not one, a lot of matches. I think when Espanyol had qualified for the Europa League.
Yeah.
The final day, I think I had gone to watch. It was an amazing time, like back then.
Yeah, it's a small team if you compare with Barcelona, but it's a very historic team in Spain, and now is the only team in Spain that every time that they relegated to second division, next season they get to promote to La Liga again. 5 times in second division, and 5 times they promoted next season to, and now this is one of these years. No, next season they will be again in La Liga.
Definitely, hopefully. And I really liked going to watch, at Espanyol. Is it called RCD Stadium or something? What is the stadium name? I forgot the stadium's name.
In Espanyol?
Yeah.
Now it's not new. It's 10 years ago.
Yeah.
It's Cornellà Prat. Yes. It's a very, very. It's a fantastic stadium. It's very nice. Very, very nice. Very close to the airport in Barcelona.
There is one Nepali restaurant nearby, near the Espanyol Stadium. So when we would go there and then go to the stadium.
Okay.
So next time you can go, maybe try there. I forgot the name actually, but you can try there. So I'll move on. Like like you said, like how you like 4-2-3-1 because of various reasons, and which formation was the one that you faced a lot in India? Like the other teams, which formation did, according to you, use a lot?
I think that sometimes there are I repeat the same. No, more than the formation, I think the style. No, it's not the style of Mumbai. For example, for me, is similar to the style to Goa, more or less. But the style of ATK is totally the opposite. It's more the style of Jamshedpur, for example. No, I think, and you can play, for example, Owen Coyle in Jamshedpur. He play sometimes 4-2-3-1, for sometimes 4-4-2. But Antonio Lopez even they play 4-2-3-1, or sometimes they play with 3 center backs. This is one reason, no, that I explained in the former question. No, okay. Last season we were 7 Spanish coaches in the ISL, but with a lot of different styles, not same styles, no. And I think that this was, for example, Bengaluru with Carlos Cuadrat. Okay, maybe they were they played a fantastic football with Albert and Carlos Cuadrat. Even they won the ISL. But last season, unfortunately, because I have a very good relationship with Carlos, he couldn't finish the season. And I think it's very difficult when you try to change all the things during the season. This was a problem, for example, with Bengaluru. And it's very difficult to say. For example, I remember first game was ATK Kerala. And I watched the game on TV in the hotel. I say, oh, Kerala has a very good team. But finally, they finished in the second from the bottom. Even that for me, they had very good players. And I think that, okay, it's a short championship and you have to be strong mentally, and for me, a good team, you can see a good team after 1 or 2 defeats. If they don't recover, okay, maybe they are not too much good team. If you recover, okay, you have possibilities to do a good season, no? But about your question is very difficult. It's very difficult because I think not all the teams they play the same style during all the season, no? More or less, yes. Sometimes, yes, Mumbai or Goa, for example, for me are the 2 teams that I like the style of them. No?
Definitely. So we'll wrap it up with 2 final questions. And the first is, till now, whatever you have been involved in football till now, do you have any moment that you still look back and enjoy?
Enjoy, yes. Oh, of course, I think that my first game in La Liga, no? I think in Mestalla, in the Valencia Stadium, totally full. Yeah, we lost 1-0 with Las Palmas, but I think that we played a good game. And my first game in La Liga, for me, is one of the best moments in my career. And of course, my first win in La Liga in Malaga, we won 3-1. And of course, that I think that my best moment is has to arrive still, no? Is maybe, I don't know, maybe if you can get I don't know something that is very difficult, no? For example, when I think about football, I remember always when Claudio Ranieri won the Premier League with Leicester, no? For example, these kind of things would be fantastic, no? To win something with a not very big club, no? And why not? Maybe with Hyderabad is possible. This, let's see.
Definitely. So we'll wrap it up with one final question. And you are very experienced. You have managed in so many countries and played at the highest level, like you said. Do you have any advice for young coaches who are just starting out?
Mm, there are a lot of advice. I don't know if I am the correct person to tell or to say the advice, but okay, there are a lot of things. For example, passion, passion in everything, in every training session, to prepare the training session, to all the details, to manage the group, watch the maximum games as possible. I tell to the young coaches that if they can play football and train in the beginning in the academies, is better. Now there are too much coaches that they didn't play football practically, and it's very important, even if it's not in the top level, because if you play football, sometimes you can understand what the player is thinking in every moment, no? And of course, try to look all the I don't know the no study football, but you know, there are clinics, there are listen to the great coaches. There are a lot of things. If you want, you can be maybe 24 hours learning 24. Okay, it's you know, it's not true 24, but okay, you can do a lot of things. But of course, for me, you have to passion be the maximum professional as possible, and of course, no, don't doubt, because sometimes the players ask some things and you can't doubt. I think that maybe there are too much advices, but I think that all that you can have, or you can do, sorry, in relation with football is positive, and never give up, because I started with kids, and I arrived to professional, yes, to top level in Spain, and I was not a famous player. Sometimes all the people say, oh, maybe if you are not a professional player, it's impossible to arrive. No. You can continue, and finally, if you arrive to the top level, fantastic. If you don't arrive, okay, passion in till the level that you can arrive.
Definitely, and I hope that kind of like help someone in some way to one of our listeners maybe. So like on that note, Manolo, thank you so much for coming on the show. And I would like to wish you all the best for the upcoming season in Hyderabad, and maybe you can like win the ISL trophy, and maybe we can talk after that again. Until then, take care, stay safe. Bye. Thank you once again.
Okay. I wish. Thank you very much. And yes, it was a pleasure for me to speak with you.